Good morning, and welcome to Morning Musings, where we are listening for a message from our universe, that energy, and from our big dream about going for that big dream. And what I mean by going for your big dream is living your most authentic life, living the life you know you were meant to live, living the life where you're doing the things that really light you up, that really bring you happiness and joy, fulfillment, and like you're here for a reason, instead of just get up, go to work, do the things, eat dinner, watch TV, go to sleep. That's like it. But if that's your big dream to do that, fabulous, do that. And when you get to the point where that's becoming dull and boring and just like, what am I here for? I'm just a robot. When your big dream comes along and says, hey, let's do this thing. Let's do this thing. You know, let's have a good time. Let's start doing things that are meaningful to you, that are meaningful and bring you lots of joy. Even in the times when life is kind of at a dip through the shift storms, as I like to call them, where things aren't going quite so well. And, um, maybe those mornings you wake up and you're like, why am I waking up? I don't want to wake up yet. And then you remember, but I'm doing this thing. This is the work part of getting to your big dreams. So you get up and you do it. And you have a little bit of like, yeah, let's get this. Even with the, That makes sense. You have a little bit of yeah with the All right. It's morning. Anyway, so we're listening for a message about going for our big dreams. And we're utilizing Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck as the conduit for that message to come through. So just take a moment. Close your eyes, take a breath, kind of get into your body. Like, just feel your body. Where does it feel good? Let's start with that. Where does it feel good? We don't tend to pay attention to that part of our body very often because it feels good, because it just works and we don't have to think about it, right? But giving it a little bit of attention every day really brings in that gratitude of like, it just works. Those areas that don't give you any pain, that don't give you any guff, that aren't crying out for your attention. Just think of those areas. Could be joints, could be muscles, could be your insides that just work. And you don't actually have to think about it. There's no thought about that particular part of the body. It just does its job. Thank you. And now we can move to those areas that do demand a little attention or a lot of attention, that are maybe consciously on your mind all the time. Mm. I want you to think of that area and thank it. Thank you for being vigilant and protecting me from further injury, from anything that could be going on around emotional, mental, physical, spiritual. The body protects, and it lets you know what's happening. It's got a clue. And it does its job well. And if that area is a place that is of chronic tension, of, that's an area that's been there for years, it's protecting you from something that happened a long time ago. And it's holding on to that protection just in case you need it again. And I want you to realize that that incident, that experience, that environment is no longer with you. In this moment, in this here and now, that incident is past. And you can relax a little. You can start to unknot that tension. And should you ever need it again, it will be right back, quick as a flick. But you don't need it now. You can release it. You can allow it to just relax. And as your body's taking in that information and trying its best, it's not going to happen overnight. But as it taking in that information and realizing that, yeah, that was quite a while ago, and it's not happening now. I want you to go into your heart center. I want you to see all the boundaries that have been placed around your heart. And I want you to navigate through them to the place in the center, the place that those boundaries, those walls, those boundaries have been protecting, because you can get behind them. Others can't, but you can. And I want you to notice the bright light that is there. That ball of energy that is you. Notice that it's not dim, and it never has been. It's been hidden. This is your divine spark. This is your ball of energy. This is your big dream waiting for you to do the work, for you to step on the path, to acknowledge it, to embrace it. To build strength around it so that those walls and boundaries can start to come down slowly, bit by bit, as your strength gains in your big dream. And as you are noticing and seeing and acknowledging your divine spark, I want you to imagine that the soles of your feet are opening up and you are reaching out into the center of the earth, this planet that we call home, the land that we tread every day, the food that we eat every day, the places we navigate, this earth that gives us everything we need without question. And I want you to go into the center of this earth and invite in that creative life force. And as that energy moves into your feet, up your ankles, into your legs, into your knees, up your thighs, filling your torso, lifting up into your shoulders, down your arms, up your neck. And that energy oozes behind all those boundaries around your heart to connect with your divine spark. And that energy says, let's play, let's create, let's do amazing things, no matter how big or how small. Each thing you create is a wonder and joy. It's amazing. And as those two are communing, I want you to imagine opening the top of your head and reaching out into the universe, into the depths of space, beyond our galaxy, and inviting in all that is possible from all the other galaxies and all of the universe, all the knowledge of how things are connected, and the path forward. And as that energy comes down into your mind, behind your mind's eye, you start to see your path forward, your connection to this world, to the universe, to all that surrounds us. You see the twists, the turns, the hills, the valleys, the straightaways, the Rockies, the obstacles. And you also see that every tool that you will ever need is on that path. Every learning that you will ever need is on that path to help you through and navigate those obstacles, those twists, those turns, those hills and those valleys. And as that energy moves down in between your ears, you start to hear the calling again of your divine spark. That dream, that yearning, that urge to move towards that special something that is yours, that gift that you were given to give to this world in this lifetime. And as that energy moves down into your throat, it weasels behind all the boundaries of your throat area, of your voice, to lend you strength, clarity, and compassion as you speak. And you begin to be able to say what your dream is, to speak clearly about it, to state your truth with compassion and kindness. With firmness and clarity. May not be right for other people, but this is what's right for you. And as that energy moves down into your shoulders, down your arms, starting to fill your torso, your legs, and your feet, it also connects with your divine spark, giving it the how, the connectedness, the clarity of path. This is how we're going to do it. Let's do this together. Let's make your big dream, your gift to the world happen. And your divine spark accepts both the earth energy and the universal energy and starts to shine even brighter, building strength and courage and ability to step on that path and start moving forward, to continue stepping on the path and moving forward every day. To making that choice every day. Oh, our card for the day is relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Dear Sacred Rebel, this moment in your life requires great courage. Fortunately, you possess that in bucket loads. You are being asked to allow yourself to be lifted out of one level of known reality and into the next level of higher voltage reality. Higher voltage reality requires a more absolute trust and a heart that is surrendered into the greater heart of the universe so that life can happen to us, through us, and with us more quickly, more radically, more beautifully, and more boldly. You are now being invited into this new reality where things happen quickly and according to bold, loving optimism. This is a reality not only of potential, but of manifestation of the great big cosmic yes. To access this reality, you have to leap from known waters, and others may think you are crazy for doing so. You have to leave behind the dark, weighty grip of hesitation, procrastination, second guessing, and the belief that you have to do everything on your own. You may fear for your life. How will you be safe in the wild electrical pulse of so much aliveness? How will you function without the hazy, sleep inducing paralysis of playing it safe, taking too long, and placing lesser priorities above your sacred art of life? How will you hold yourself back if you don't hold on to fear? You do not need to worry about such things. Life is wild, but it is also wise. It is a force of startling, raw awakening at times, but it is also the natural process of evolution where all things mature according to a seasonal cycle in right timing. You are a part of, not apart from, that process. The invitation to shift gears and jump on board the express train of life will feel exhilarating and perhaps also challenging. When you are in the hold of the darkness, you will feel pushed to turn away, to imagine it's all too much, and to create excuses about how your desires aren't grounded enough, that you are being too flighty or flaky, or that you are not living in the real world. That is fear talking, not truth. If the sacred rebel is not awakened, we will continue to live in a culture drenched in fear and distrust of nature. Those without awakened hearts don't yet understand what nature knows. She knows timing. She knows life and death. She knows the creative process. She just knows and can be trusted to support us, her own creations, in becoming all that we can become. Does this mean that we become passive and just flow along like a limp leaf detached from the tree and blown about randomly by the breeze? No. Being free of the dark hold empowers us to take up our cause. This means being free to act and affirm the intuitive feelings we have by following up on them. This is painting, like someone who has lost their mind, completely free and from the heart. It means writing, even though you have no conscious idea of what you are writing, even as the words are streaming forth upon the page before your rather curious eyes. And it means speaking about your work, never hiding it away. Allow it to breathe the fresh air and be held in the gaze of another. Detach from the darkness that would say it's not enough or must be the best thing ever, whatever that means, in order to be worthy of a place in the world. Instead, just let it be what it is. It might fly, it might endure, and it might not. All of nature, including you and your passions and dreams, will be what is needed, when it is needed, and how it is needed, according to wisdom. We just have to trust in this within ourselves and within nature herself through the flow of life and participate. You are asked to go within and imagine diving deep off the edge of what you have known. There is so much more calling to you now. It's your time. Leap. Relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. Mm. I read a book. It's called The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, and within it um, is he says, fear is just excitement without breath. So if you get excited and you hold your breath, the energy shifts and it becomes fear. It's like, "I can't move, right? But if you're excited and you breathe, you're just like, you're moving all over the place. You're like, yay, let's go do this. I'm so excited, right? It's frenetic. It's kind of fun. But if you hold your breath, you become stiff and fearful. Remember, I came up with this thing of like emotions are just ethereal motions. They flow and they just want to be in motion. Emotion, ethereal motion. So that fear really just wants to move and become excitement, right? Sadness wants to move and just get the tears flowing. Happiness wants to dance around. Uh-uh. Anger and rage want to move, want to, be that raw. And if you allow them to be, in a productive manner, they move on. They move on. Allow yourself to feel. Allow it to move through you, finding a productive way to move through it, especially with anger and rage. Finding a productive way to allow that energy to move. Um, and that relaxes the hold, right? The hold of to it relaxes the hold. And when it's a productive way of channeling that movement and energy, it becomes at cause, right? Relaxes the hold and be at cause. That energy flows into the cause, whatever your cause is. It becomes fire and fuel to move forward on your big dream. Mm. So relax the hold on the darkness and be at cause for you and your big dream because it's worthwhile. You are worthwhile. Your big dream is an amazing thing. No matter how small or how big it is, it's big for you. It's what's here. It's that divine spark shining through. Let it. Please let it. We need that in this world. Namaste. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this morning musing. If you've been enjoying them, please hit the like and subscribe button below. And the bell that's up there somewhere, still don't know where it is, but the bell that's up there somewhere that will notify you of when I go live next, which I do every morning. And just know that I'm here to support you in finding your big dream, in going for your big dream, in navigating everything that goes along with that journey. Because I believe in you. I believe in your big dream. I don't even know what it is right now, right? We haven't met, but I believe in your big dream. And if it's that passion, I know it's right for this world. I know it. I'm Amelia McHenry from Dodona Coaching, and thank you again for being here. And as you go out today and relaxing that hold and allowing those motions, those emotions, to be there and fire for your cause, I want you to remember, keep your eyes on the horizon, your hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this. And I'll see you tomorrow.